He's got some really crisp movements, looks like taekwondo. The high kicks, very appropriate for the martial art. You can feel the rotation of his kicks. That was amazing! The slow-mo f-stop change. Hong Kong Kung Fu movies. Dust coming off her. That's crazy, man. She needs some moisturizer. Welcome if you're new. My name is Philip. I'm an actor and filmmaker, and today we're going to be watching and reacting to Tekken 8, Hwoarang reveal and gameplay trailer, and analyzing the cinematic language as well as the martial arts. If you guys are interested in more Tekken breakdowns, I actually did a full martial arts breakdown for Leroy because I actually trained at the Shaolin Temple in China, so I do have a lot of experience in Kung Fu as well as some other martial arts. So make sure to check that out if you want more of a deep dive, and if you want to see some more martial arts, check out my new short film that I released on that same channel titled Trial of the Four Masters, and take a look at some of the fight scenes there. Let me know in the comments, which game are you more excited for, Street Fighter or Tekken? What an awesome time we live in to have both as options. Alright, let's see what you got for us, Bandai Namco. I love that intro. It's so crunchy, it's so juicy. Unreal Engine 5 at this point, right? Alright, awesome intro. Wow. Whoa, I really like the character design. Some really great expressions here too. That's awesome. Really good character portrait too. Wow, there's a lot of personality. I really like what he's got going on. This is an awesome set. Oh, he's got some really crisp movements. Looks like taekwondo. Very fresh, a lot of high kicks. Very appropriate for the martial art. Great combos. The art style is really interesting. It's got a nice, like, kind of intensity to it. The lighting and the colors. Oh, that was such a cool expression. Yeah, there's a lot of personality. I think they've added, like, so much. I love that shot right there. That was awesome. We're gonna have to go back and look at that one. I like how the camera kind of, I like how the camera style can kind of change based on the attack. And I like the inclusion of the particles and the sparks and stuff. But yeah, there's a cool thing where the background color changes during certain attacks. I really like that. We're gonna look at that in detail. It's just really hype. I love it. That was amazing. The slow-mo f-stop change and the punch-in. Oh man, that was great. This combo's insane. He's gonna just ride off into the sunset, isn't he? That's amazing. I like that. That's hysterical. Really, really cool trailer. Let's look at it in detail. There's a couple of really cool things I liked. We go back here. There's a crispness to the visuals that I really like. And I like how they do the lighting with some nice ring lighting, some nice rim lighting around his face here to kind of just, you know, draw your eye into the subject. And the hair is insanely detailed, as is the uniform. Look at all the details. The fabric of the uniform, it's awesome. I'll destroy you. Gundam Wing vibes over here. Yeah, I really like the character portrait. It's awesome. Blood Talon. Man, there's got to be a story behind that. If you guys know the lore behind Blood Talon, I would love to hear that. Like, how did he pick up that name? So I really like this shot too. This was another standout for me. Just a really nice framing in this sort of portrait shot. But I like how they capture the personality of the fighter kind of through their stance. Through their body language, and there tends to be a lot of that in the Tekken trailers that I've seen. Like I said when I covered the Leroy one, which, by the way, thank you guys, that video did really well. I talked a lot about that, like kind of the personality and the different moves. Hwoarang! Awesome. Gotta love that. Yeah, I like how there's these sweeping things. There's a lot of particle effects. There's a lot of like distortion too. Look at this. Really cool effects. There's like dust too, like old 1980s Hong Kong kung fu movies. Look at the dust come off of her. Damn, man, she needs a shower. She's got that much dust sitting on her skin. Look at the dust, man. Dang, dude, what kind of shower? Man, she needs a bath. Look at this. Dust coming off her. That's crazy, man. She needs some moisturizer. I love the combos. I love how they're based in seemingly doable taekwondo moves. I know awesome taekwondo expert called Hwoarang, who was at the Shaolin Temple with me. Amazing guy. And to see his kicks in action is truly a spectacle. Like, taekwondo is such a highly skilled art that takes such control and precision and strength in the legs. But yeah, I like how there's a lot of stuff, like, you know, it's just like a spinning side kick here, but you know, then he kind of like floats through the air and does an axe kick for the finish and everything. It's kind of like I said oh, that's such a cool shot. Look at this, like perfectly dodging each other. It's like an anime moment. But I like how, yeah, there's a lot of reality in each move, but they kind of, you know, add a little bit of anime, sprinkle a little anime sauce on top of it, and you get some really cool moments and some really cool sort of exaggerated movements. Oh, I like that too. Just that little juice they add, a little bit of the change in the shot as she gets pushed up against there. And it's cool. It adds a little bit of cinematics to it. Boom! And it's just like, okay, mix it up a little bit. And then it explodes. Okay, I'm sure she's fine. And then he kicks her right back into it. Not a second to, man, I don't know what she did to him, but the fact that he kicked her into an exploding thing, and then she lands on her face, and then he just keeps going. He just keeps attacking her. That says a lot about this guy. I like this scene. I really like the coloration in the background. It has this nice blue-green tint to it. This is one of my favorite shots too. I love the expression here. There's a lot of personality in this guy. Like, I can learn so much about him from this. This guy is very serious who he's fighting. Come at me with everything you've got. And he just goes, there's so much there. There's so much there. And it's not just that sort of, it's not just that action of kind of grinning or have this smug expression on your face. It's the body language. He's not bugged by it. He's not bothered. He's kind of laughing at this guy who's maybe super serious. And he's just like, you don't want that. You know, it's awesome. A lot of personality. I love this shot too. It's just a really simple situation where they run at each other. And there's an awesome camera work. And I don't know if this is how the fight starts, or is this more like a story mode? You guys let me know if they've released information on that. Just a beautiful framing. Absolutely beautiful framing. And there's this great kind of cyclical motion of the camera as they both bring their legs up. Just beautiful. And then, of course, we punch in for that awesome composition. And like I was saying in my last video, they add in a lot of martial arts films. A lot of filmmakers will use this technique to add just a little bit of juice to the impact. You will see the camera punch in that little bit, a little bit of shake. Most of the time put in post-production, but it's cool to see them using similar techniques here. I love that. When they pull their legs back, there's a shockwave. It's great. That's one of my favorite shots too. These shots come so quick, which is very important in a fighting game. You want it to be quick. You don't want to, you know, there's a lot of repeating moves, so you don't want them to grow stale. I love how he comes into this stance and the camera punches in. Great use of a wide angle lens here. And it just makes everything feel so big. You know, his hand is right up to the lens, and you can feel that power. You can feel that he's like coiled up and ready to strike. You can see his vascularity. You can see the muscles tensing. It's awesome. Really cool. Really cool. Awesome. Yeah, of course, he follows up with a big strike. That was great too. I love this though. Yeah, when the background color changes, it's very subtle because it's so quick, but the background color actually alters on these. He does it again in a second. And like, so okay, he started glowing. Like, he's got this like kind of aura around him. Is this like a special technique that he has to activate, a meter that he has to charge up? Like, how does that work? But I love how they bring a little bit of color, and there's that same thing where he knocks him against the wall, the camera changes. I like it. A lot of people in fighting games might say they don't like stuff like that. It could kind of take you out of the cadence of controlling your character and reacting to the opponent, but I think it's cool. I think it's cool when they do stuff like this, add a little bit of cinematics to it. A lot of people would probably say, no, keep it basic, keep it competitive level, but I like that. There's another shot. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Does the axe kick, boom, comes down right on his back of his skull, and then, you know, it's almost like we're experiencing it through the opponent's perspective. You get smacked in the back of the skull. What happens? You kind of black out. You can't really see straight. You get punch drunk. And look what they've done to the background. Just this beautiful blue. And look, there's like almost this 3D blurred effect vignette around, which would be outside of the lens, kind of like the outer ring of the lens. You'll see that effect. It's really cool. I love it too. Yeah, just a lot of it is cool because it's just looks like real Taekwondo. Obviously, like I said, kind of extra jumps and stuff that's very difficult, but I will say Taekwondo is ridiculous. Like you see on a high level, Taekwondo, they're doing stuff that is completely insane and is really not that much different than what he's doing right here. If anything, it's actually kind of crazier, some of the stuff they do on the high level. And martial arts tricking, which is a really cool sort of subset of performance and athleticism and spins and kicks and twists in martial arts. A lot of that comes from Taekwondo. I think you'll see why. The moves are all very flashy. This is the other one I wanted to look at. Yeah, let's take a look again. Just a cool, and I don't know if this is like part of the battle because the camera cuts here, but let's just look at this in slow motion. So he's coming up, and then watch what happens. So we're punching in, and then what happens is the aperture actually changes. Did you catch that? Look at the background. We're changing to a shallow depth of field here. Yeah, you can see that background shift out of focus. Really nice effect, and all it does is just like, you know, you would choose that lensing as a DP on a film, it's gonna make you focus more on the characters. In this case, directly on Hwoarang. Boom. Oh. Awesome. I love this. I love the movement of the camera here. It's cyclical. It's spinning around. You can feel the rotation of his kicks. Awesome. Like they took into account that Taekwondo movement and they choreographed the camera accordingly. Look at that. Yeah, that's awesome. Just great too. You're pissing me out right as he boom smacks him, and that's just such an awesome image. Like, come on, this bright blue, beautiful attack. I'd even call that a scrap. Rides off into the sunset. What an absolute beast. Well, I thought it was awesome. What do you guys think? Do you agree with what I said? And let me know again sort of your hype level for Tekken. I haven't played Tekken in so long, but I think I remember playing it maybe for like PS2 so long ago, and it was really good. I was always more into Street Fighter, but even so, I mean, I haven't played Street Fighter since like the Sega Genesis, so it's been a little bit. It's been a couple minutes, yeah. But you guys are the best. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be breaking down more Tekken, more Street Fighter, of course, more Honkai, more Genshin, more Final Fantasy. You know how it is on this channel, so make sure to subscribe if you're new. Follow on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter if you want to see my cosplay with Aaliyah, my girlfriend. And I'll see you guys around town. Thanks for watching.